Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you enjoyed the last one. I know Hamish put a ton of work into his car today, and I don't think it ended up too great, so I think that video probably came out before this one. But yeah, he'll get it figured out. But I made some serious progress on this. This thing with the light looks beautiful. It's Friday evening. I got in late. I spent a little time cleaning this up. It still needs a little more. It's still a little soft, like I was saying. But I did just do the sanding up here. And where it's a little bit like lighter in areas, that's like the aluminum dust. So that'll come out just with some cleaning. But I don't know. I think that mix right there, like this is a pretty hot little looking setup. But I'm super tired. I was looking at I was sitting in that Momo seat over there, and I was like passing out. So I was like, wow, I'll call Zach, see what he's doing. There's a bunch of people hanging over at his shop, so I'm gonna grab some stuff and load up my old Pathfinder and head over to Zach's and just work on some stuff over there tonight. So I will I'll see you guys over there with all my junk. All right guys, I made it to Zach's shop. There's a Roger.
How you doing?
There's some cool stuff going on though.
My guy Zach, hit him up for detailing at, I don't know his Instagram, but you can hit me up and hit him, and I'll hit him up. And he's ceramic coating the wagon.
But this thing's back on the road.
Yeah, I fixed it.
What did it need?
It needed two things. Well, first of all, I thought it needed a clutch.
We all did.
We all did. It wouldn't move, but it ran, so that's good, because that engine, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pulled it apart. The slate, I'm not in my mindset.
Throwout bearing.
The throwout bearing was seized, and it cracked in half. And I switched to a lightweight flywheel from the dual mass, which was the best thing I've done to this car, which I haven't done much. And then it still didn't work,
and you didn't have any torque to lose.
I was sad. I thought I blew the trans, and then Chris mentioned that it sounds like I blew the axle or the diff. And I looked, and the left rear axle was completely separated. Like internally, it wasn't working. So I put an $80 axle in, and now it rips.
So he's back on the road. He's got a new slave, new clutch, new lightweight flywheel, new axle.
The flywheel was worth it. It revs way happier. It feels like.
And it's getting ceramic coated.
Yeah.
And he's got a legal license plate that goes to this car.
It's legal.
So
all of our cars are legal.
This is crazy.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, Zach's also going to the car show on Sunday that I talked about. I haven't showed the car I'm taking yet, but I brought it to the shop today, if that gives you a clue, because it wasn't at the shop. But we're at Zach's now. It's kind of dark out here, so I'll show you guys stuff on power washing. But I got all the E30 stuff. So I got front subframe, minus knuckles and struts, rear trailing arms, and rear subframe. So I've already power washed most of this stuff once. I'm gonna do it a couple more times, get it cleaned, and then yeah, I brought some stuff over to work on. The main thing though is all the reinforcement plates. So I'm gonna weld those on here tonight and hang out with these guys for a bit. I didn't really have the motivation at the shop. I think I was telling you guys that. And yeah, but I'm gonna grab a beer, drink that, rinse those off, and then degrease them again. All right, there's gonna be lots of music, so clips are gonna be fast. I'll try to talk over it. But starting on the rear subframe, we got this cross piece, and then that's gonna go right there. So I'm gonna get that welded on right now. All right, I'm using Zach's 110 welder, and it's working pretty good. So I got that top plate in. I'm not the best welder, but I'm okay. Now I'll get to the next ones. I got all the rear subframe ones done. I'm actually pretty proud of these ones. These turned out pretty solid. So I guess these ones are just for reinforcing the way the diff mounts, which I'm into that not flexing. So sweet. I'm gonna take off this exhaust mount right here because my car is not gonna have a traditional exhaust setup. And then I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. And I think it's time to paint it. Get the subframe bushings in each side. And the rear subframe itself is done. And then I'll decide if I'm moving on to trailing arms or if I'm moving on to front subframe stuff. The rear subframe is all cleaned and painted. I painted the bottom first, let it dry, and then I just threw a coat on the top. I'm just gonna put one coat on these. They were still pretty black after I was done. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking I should have just thrown the bushings in first, so I didn't have to wait for this to dry in order to put them in. But next time, whatever. I'm gonna let that dry for a bit. We'll drag some more parts over. I'm probably gonna start rocking on the trailing arms now, because that's just a clean and a paint. Yeah, I'm gonna work on those now. All right, guys, it's been a little bit while. Got caught up, hanging out, drinking, doing friend stuff. Got the front subframe over here, stripped it down. I'm about ready to weld. So I decided I'm gonna put the plates on top so that I get a slight engine lift, just you know, keeps that front oil pan just slightly higher so it won't smash into things. And I mean, we're talking, what, 3/16? Like, we're not talking a big lift. But I would rather have it there than underneath it, as the kit says. I think it's better right there. So I'm gonna put it there. And then we got these ones, sorry for the fingers, that are gonna go in right there. So those are cleaned up on both sides. I didn't remember where these went, or hadn't figured it out. These are actually rear sway bar reinforcement mounts. There's no way this car is ever gonna have a rear sway bar, so I'm not gonna put those in. But there is a chance that I might run a front bar. So I am going to make some space and run these in. I guess they go like that. Maybe they go on top. Oh yeah, they definitely go on top. Right there. So I'm gonna weld those in. But that's it. And that'll be welding for tonight. I'll probably weld and paint this tonight. And then I'm not gonna install any bushings or anything tonight. And I'm not gonna paint the rear trailing arms. That's something I can paint later. But still, I gotta get something out of the way. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day for me. Gotta get a car ready for a car show. That Zach's taking that beautiful thing too, and my car doesn't look anywhere near that good. So I'll come back after all this is welded. All right, guys, back in my shop. It was fun hanging out at Zach's. It was good for the motivation, but a little distracted just hanging out with friends. So I got quite a bit done, but at the same time, I didn't get it all done. So they were all ready to go home. I cleaned up real quick. I'm back at my shop. I'm gonna set up some stuff. We gotta do a little bit of welding, a little bit of painting, before I can go home. So I thought I'd take you guys along for that ride. So I'm gonna get everything unloaded back out of the Pathfinder, probably finish that claw, and then we'll get to welding. All right, guys, I'm set up to do some welding now. Got the front subframe, gonna finish it up. So we got the engine mounts done here on both sides. And you probably can't see too well under there, but this bottom side is all done too on both sides. So what I didn't get finished over at Zach's were just the sway bar mounting reinforcements. So I'm gonna get those done. Then we can do some cleaning and painting, and I can get out of here. So I'm gonna get that done. All right, front subframe finished welding. It's weird. My welder was very different than Zach's on this stuff. It was like the arc was much smoother with the gas, but at the same time it like was too hot. I turned it down. I don't know. Either way, those last ones were pretty ugly, but strong. So I'm gonna get to painting. First up, I'm gonna paint bottom of the trailing arms. Bottom of the trailing arms. We'll get those out of the way. We got some control arms to paint. We got a front subframe to paint. We got a front sway bar to paint. And then, once all those are painted tonight, I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Alright guys, well, got stuff good and painted. There's some paint on the front control arms, there's some paint on the sway bar. I'm not sure these control arms are gonna last that long. They're definitely gonna be there for drag racing, but also want to go drifting and angle. So those won't be with us long. Trailing arms, painted both sides. They look pretty darn good. A whole lot of black just to the camera. I decided, whatever, spray the axle, dust shield. I have other dust shields. These ones got a little bit bent from transport and dragging them around before. So I might run them, might not. Either way, painted the back of them. This one as well also looks pretty darn good. And then finally painted both sides of our front subframe. So I'm gonna call it a night there. I'll be back, I don't know, or not early, just regular time tomorrow. This video is probably a lot of just like quick clips, so I hope it works out being like an okay video. But yeah, there was a lot going on. Didn't have a whole lot of motivation today, but I pushed through, feeling good. According to the schedule, today I was supposed to finish engine assembly. So it's not quite assembled, but it's close enough-ish to what it needs to be in terms of intercooler piping and downpipe stuff. So, but what was supposed to be done on Wednesday and Thursday was suspension and subframe stuff. So now that that's all welded and painted and ready to go in the car, that's a huge weight off for me. So things I still need to work on for next week so this car can get to John's on time to get done is obviously we've got to get everything installed so it can roll. Fuel tank doesn't really matter for that, but why not have a fuel tank in there? I gotta get these old e-brake lines out so the new ones can go in. I gotta do a little bit of cleaning. We need to grab suspension off of a car that's outside, mount to this front subframe, get it in. Big thing I was thinking about though is we still don't have a brake set up at all. So probably gonna pull this booster out or maybe just clean it in here. I would like to paint the rest of the bay black so that it all kind of matches. So I want to get that done. Yeah, I think it's all going to come together in time. But next week, besides working on this, I'm working on a truck maintenance video. It's not done yet. I need to do some more maintenance. So I do some truck maintenance. Need to get the E38 ready for the Rambler, which is not today, but a week from today we leave for it. And then I want to do some work on my trailer, which I think I mentioned before. So we're going to tow the E38 down. I'm going to go buy a new car tomorrow. It's a great deal. And it'll help with the car that I already own in terms of some parts. And I'll be able to make more than my money back pretty much immediately from the price of the car. I'm going to part it out. Not even going to try and fix it. And then Sunday, we got a car show. I got to work on the car for the car show tomorrow as well for that. And then I'll be here Monday doing E38 stuff. Tuesday I'm off. Wednesday trailer stuff. And then Thursday got to get this buttoned up so that Friday morning I can tow it over to John's and it can be ready for him to do turbo piping stuff. So it's stressful, but I think we're kind of on schedule. It's all working out. Excuse me. I'm not sure if a cage is going to be here in time. I still haven't heard from that company, but I was thinking worst case, this car might not really be that fast, and we still might be legal for without a cage. So I want the cage for safety, but at the same time, it might not be the end of the world if we don't get it in time for this first event. Stressed, but feeling good. I am cautiously optimistic at this point. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.